What's going on, everyone? Tom here from Pizarro's Pieces. It's Sunday, lovely weather. I've been to 2 boot sales. Let's have a look at what I found. Welcome back, guys. So I went to a new boot sale this morning. I've never been to this one before. It's about 20 minutes from my house and it paid off quite surprisingly. I picked up quite a few bits and then I went to another boot sale where I did pretty well as well. So I'm going to start quickly getting through all the bits around me to show you guys what I found. First of all, I'm going to mention this that I picked up at the first boot sale. So I paid £1 for this with charger. I have no idea if it works or not, but I just thought I see it and I had to have it. So it's one of the old Nokia double-sided face-offs, whatever they used to call them. Not the 3310, I can't remember which one it is, but I see it and I thought, yeah, I have to have that pretty cool item. So first thing I found as soon as I walked into this new boot sale was this Care Bears Funshine, I think the bear's called. Little, well, it's got holes in the back and a thingy in the bottom. I think you put like smellies in it. So I got this for my missus. This was only 50p. She's obviously into Care Bears and that's how I picked that up for her. So, as I mentioned, I did find some pretty good bits and pieces across probably about 8 or 9 different sellers. So we've got here a 1995 Bandai Power Rangers. I think this is Falcon Zord. Probably not complete, but I paid £2 for that. What else have we got here? Next up, we've got this Donald Duck Money Bank with the popper in the bottom. There's no date or anything on this. It looks old. I'll give it a little bit of a clean, but I paid £1 for that. Don't usually pick up Disney items, but it looks pretty cool, so I picked it up. Also picked up a couple of Pikachu little mini Pokemon figures in their packets. I don't know too much about these. These are made by Tomy. They've got limited edition written on them. I paid £5 for the pair. Just good stuff for the shows. So I did manage to pick up a few Transformers bits, modern and vintage, unusually. If you guys have been following me on social media, you've realised recently that I'm getting in, a little bit getting into the Transformers, the more modern stuff I've been buying, to be honest with you. I picked this up for £2. So this is Rodimus, is it, I think? Oh, sorry, Ultra Magnus, sorry. Incomplete, but there's loads of spares in this little bag, including his instructions. There's some guns, there's some fists, and then there's the frame part. Obviously this is generation 1. I paid £2 for that. I just thought someone like my pal Rob would probably take this off me and complete it and sell it on. I know he's got loads of Transformer spares. And then I picked up a couple of modern Transformers Combiner Wars. We've got Decepticon Shockwave and Decepticon Chop Shop. I paid £3 each for them. I don't know what I want to do with these because I'm liking some of the newer stuff. I've picked up a couple of the Power of the Prime figures recently and some of the Titan, can't remember, Titan Returns I think they're called. I'm going to be doing a video next week. I'll just show you guys some of the bits I picked up recently and it will include some of these Transformers. So while we're on the subject of Transformers, I've managed to come across these few little bits and pieces. I picked them out of bags with some cars and that, and I said to the guy how much for the lot. He said £1.50. So we've got an 18 figure there, a mini 18 figure. And then we've got Matt Tracker as well from Mask with his mask as well. So that's pretty cool. We've got this Transformer who I believe's missing bits. I spoke to my pal Rob. I can't remember which one he said it was now, but it's like a tank. Again, G1 from the 80s, and this is probably the best part of it. This is from 1984, Hasbro on the back. It looks like a mask. 1984 Hasbro's got the Decepticon sticker, so I'm guessing it's Megatron, but it's purple. That's an unusual find. I don't know, would we say that's a mask? I think so. I think I'm going to keep that, to be honest with you. That's pretty cool. So I paid $150 for all 4 of them little bits and pieces. You know, it's just good to find vintage bits, not obviously the greatest, not complete or anything, but to me, this boot sale I went to this morning shows me that there's probably not that many collectors or dealers there, because these sort of things would usually be snapped up. So we've got here a couple of Jurassic World figures, both make sounds. £1 each. And then the last couple of bits I got was from one guy. I paid £1 for the 2. Like I mentioned, if there was any dealers, collectors at this boot sale, then they were missing all this stuff. So I picked up a Rock Lord. I think this guy's name's like, can't remember, Spike Tail or something. Bandai 1985 Rock Lord. He's pretty cool. And then lastly, I got this 1989 Milton Bradley Goops Frisbee. I don't know if you guys remember these. They used to do these with Teenage Turtles as well. So that's like a horror one. So the same guy was selling them for £1 for the 2. So pretty good overall haul at that boot sale. So moving on, I went to the other boot sale pretty late-ish, but I did pick up some good little bits. Let me drag them out for you. First off, I picked up this Alien Flying Queen, I think this one is. A bit of the tail snapped off at the end, which is a shame, but the wings are there. So I paid £1 for that. That's not a bad price, to be honest with you. Off the same person, I got this Incredible Hulk. I think this is meant to make noise. It's got a battery compartment in it, on off, but untested at the minute. 2002 Incredible Hulk. He's like on top of a tank. He looks like he might smash and crush it. I don't know, to be honest with you. I paid £1 for that as well. And then also untested again, got this Terminator 2 figure, which funny enough I did see again a little while later at my mate's stall, because my mate Vic was stalling out at the boot sale as well, but his one didn't have the battery compartment. It was a bit more battered, so I got this one anyway for a few quid, so I was happy with that. Right, also I picked up some Doctor Who figures. Now I genuinely don't go for Doctor Who, to be honest with you, but these were all sealed brand new, and the guy wanted £150 each, so I thought, you know what, I'll take a punt on it. We've got the 10th Doctor in dirty spacesuit with 2 obelisks. I stopped watching Doctor Who a long time ago, to be honest with you. Let me put this one down here, as the table's getting a bit packed. As you can see, I've got a little desk now that I bought in the week. We've got the Slovene Series 1, like monster looking thing. I know people still like Doctor Who. It's, like I say, it's not my sort of thing anymore, but we've got the 10th Doctor again with Ghost Transmission gear. I can't even say the words. I'm half asleep at the minute. But again, £150 each, all brand new sealed. And we've got Chip and Destroyed Lady Cassandra Series 2 again. So a few Doctor Who bits. Let me just put them down there. Right, we're getting to the last few bits, guys. I did do pretty well. I'm quite pleased. I did also pick up a few bits off my mate Vic. So before I go into the bits I got off Vic, I did pick up one of these plug and play Mega Drive jobbies. The guy wanted £1. It's got the plug and the TV adapter. It also came with this knockoff 40 bonus games in one for the Mega Drive. Obviously I don't know whether this works or not. It's quite dusty. It didn't come with no control pads, but for £1 I was willing to take a risk. It's not the end of the world, and if it does work, then I'm sure I can find a nice new home for that. So that's the plug and play Mega Drive. Now I'm down to the last couple of bits here. So Vic done me a good deal. Vic had loads of sort of bric-a-brac toys that he was just sort of clearing out with like rough cards and stuff. So he done me £2 each on these. So these are some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We've got the Mutations Mix and Match Mikey. The cards are quite rough on these guys, but you know what? for a couple of quid. It's not too bad. We've got Bebop and Rocksteady, 80s Rocksteady, and I've also got the Bebop and Rocksteady 80s Bebop. We've got Dojo Splinter, and we've got the Mix and Match Leo from the Mutations line as well. So guys, last item. I've left always my favourite bit till last. Now I could not leave this guy. This was probably one of the last things I found today. You don't usually see Gremlins items or boot sales. They're quite hard to get. Unfortunately, this guy is damaged, but she wanted 10p for him, and I was like, you know what, I'm not leaving him for 10p. I'll do something with him. He has a new home, and it is a NECA. I think this is the poker player Gremlin, and obviously he's missing an arm. So I asked the lady what happened to the other arm, and she said she's not too sure. And I said, how much you want for him? 10p. I went, you know what, for 10p, he is coming back home with me. So yeah, pretty much looking at everything else, I don't think there's going to be anything else I'm going to keep apart from probably this, the Transformers mask. I might keep the Combiner Wars. The Nokia is obviously for me, that's a nostalgic thing. But everything else is probably going to go straight into the Pizarro's Pieces business. Now guys, I am going to do a midweek video because I haven't done a sort of pickup video for quite a while, and I have picked up quite a few bits over the last couple of weeks, and I've got some more bits coming in the week I'm excited about. I'm getting to a point now in my collection where I am literally one toy away from a completion of what I want in that section of that toy line. So I am kind of moving on to some other toy lines. I'm sort of, like I say, dabbling with Transformers, and there are a couple of toy lines I'm looking at, sort of modernish. I'm not going always for vintage, but yeah, I am at a point in my collecting life where I've kind of got everything that I've wanted over the last few years that perhaps I wanted years ago, and I'm happy at where I'm at. So yeah guys, I will be doing a video in midweek like mentioned, so if you're watching this and you are not subscribed, please consider to do so. Don't forget, you can catch me on all other social media. I am on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. All the links are below. Don't forget to give the video a like or a dislike if you don't like it, whatever tickles your fancies. Guys, thanks for watching, and until the next video, I'll see you all then.